your life becomes a living hell.
The absolute worst-case scenario for pissing Zozo off is that the creature turns your life into a waking nightmare. The paranormal investigator Darren Evans learned this firsthand after multiple sessions with Zozo where he played around with and antagonized the demon. The first thing that happened was his wife started going into trances where she would find herself getting really depressed. Then his daughter almost drowned in a bathtub. Unfortunately, Zozo wasn't done with his daughter. After asking Zozo what he should name his band, the demon said, Iron Touch. While that's admittedly kind of cool, it turned out that Iron Tongue was referring to a rare medical fate that awaited his daughter. Darren claims her tongue became rock hard and distorted her face, swelling up to where it hung grotesquely from her mouth. Zozo then moved on from Evan's daughter and began physically assaulting Darren. One night, I was awakened by what felt like hands on my throat choking me. I could not breathe. I could not scream. After about 30 seconds, it released its grip, and I gasped for air. The same thing happened to my girlfriend the next night. Have you started rethinking the Ouija board yet?
Things in your house start to move.
Moving household objects is a classic and terrifying way for spirits to let you know that they are near. If you've come across Zozo and your things start moving, you should definitely performing a cleansing ritual. On the Your Ghost Stories page, a user in New York claims that after they and their friends got more than they bargained for when they asked for anyone to come and talk to them because they were bored. When going into a Ouija session or a seance, you should always know what you want to accomplish and who you want to speak to. If you're just hoping to run into any all spirit, it's likely not going to be anything nice. Mid-session, the demon that the players were speaking to wouldn't tell the players its name, but it did say left. When they looked to their left, something terrifying happened. One of the Halloween decorations, a plastic bride's head that was tied to the ceiling, turned around completely and stared directly at us. Even though it was plastic, it felt like we were actually being stared at through those eyes. We started moving slowly off the bed in the basement when the lights went out. Moving objects, lights turning on and off, that's definitely Zozo.
The demon won't end the session.
When one naive Reddit user who played around a Ouija board found out the hard way that sometimes it's not up to you to end your Ouija session. If you really get on Zozo's nerves, the demon just won't let you end the session. The Reddit user and a friend ran into Zozo out on the astral plane, and no matter what they asked the creature, it simply said no. When they finally asked what the demon wanted to talk about, it answered, "What you did," which is never what you want to hear. Zozo knew that the user was afraid. It began to spell its name over and over again, and that's when the user attempted to end the session. We said goodbye. The Planchette simply said no. We were both extremely terrified. We then tried saying goodbye again. And I suspect that, in an attempt to scare us, it responded by spelling Lucifer. We then said goodbye, please, before it finally said goodbye.
Your place fills with a horrible smell.
After making a blood sacrifice to some general demons via Ouija board, a terrible idea, one Redditor ran across a demon going by the name of Zio. You can probably see where this is going. Following the Ouija session, the Redditor and a friend went outside for a cigarette. When they went back into the apartment, the domicile had taken on a noticeably different scene. The road, right when we opened her door to her hallway, her apartment is a triplex, and stepped inside. there was an awful F***-seeking stench that smelled like puke and rotting meat. Bad smells are a telltale sign that something is haunting your house, and if those smells appear directly after you run across something calling itself so on your Ouija board, then you should start trying to cleanse your place immediately.
The planchette gets out of control.
When you are using a Ouija board, the two main components of the experience are the board, obviously, and the planchette, which is the cursor that you put your hands on in order for the spirit world to use you as a medium. According to a lot of Ouija users who have come across Zozo, the first signs of the demon appear in the planchette. If you're using the board or having a seance and notice that the planchette is making erratic movements, then it's time to put an end to the session. If you don't, things are only going to get worse from there. After the planchette becomes erratic, it could start making figure 8 movements or moving from side to side in a rainbow motion. You'll know that things are really out of hand when the planchette begins to spell Zozo over and over again.
You suddenly have an overwhelming amount of angry feelings.
You suddenly have an overwhelming amount of angry feelings.
You're stuck with bad luck.
Even if you don't incur a physical manifestation of Zozo, you can still end up dealing with a run of bad luck thanks to the bad juju that this demon carries with it. Two friends who used a Ouija board to speak to one of their deceased parents ran across Zozo one night while the demon was in a rather tricky mood, and it may have ruined their lives. The friends claim that a spirit began to answer their questions about their parents, and suddenly the pointer went OZOZOZOZO. We called him Oz, they reported. The demon then began pretending to know things about their parents, and it allegedly read the duo's minds. When the friends realized that they were being tricked, it was too late. They attempted to end the session, but Zozo became aggressive and started cursing them before they put the board away. From that moment on, the friends claim that they've experienced nothing but bad luck.
You're followed by a shadow.
You're followed by a shadow.
The power in your place keeps going out.
The power in your place keeps going out.
After summoning Zozo, your electronic devices begin to go haywire.
After summoning Zozo, your electronic devices begin to go haywire.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care. Bye.